All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are currently live. We're going to keep an eye on it and see what happens here. Welcome to Gosnell, Arkansas, for a big 3A3 matchup between your Osceola Seminoles and the Gosnell Pirates. And once again, folks, signal is in and out in this building. We've been trying to get a signal for about 2 hours here, trying to get the right signal. So we're going to do the best we can. That's all I know to do. And if it goes in and out, we'll try to come back on. That's all we know to do, because we don't have a signal hardly whatsoever.
I don't know how much we'll get in, Michael, but we'll just have to keep trying.
Got about a minute 4 here. We'll get this game rolling. Gosnell Pirates are 11-5, 6-1 in conference. Osceola's 3-2, 3-1 in conference. Head coach for your Osceola Seminoles is Vernon Wilson. Head coach for the Gosnell Pirates is Kirk Glentford. Full house here at Gosnell tonight. Got about 14 seconds. We're going to get to rolling here. Again, folks, welcome to the Seminole Nation. We're doing the best we can to get a signal here. We tried to log on to the district Wi-Fi. They were gracious enough to allow us to do that, but we were not able to connect due to their features on Facebook and YouTube. So we're trying to use a mobile spot right now. Don't know how good that's going to be, but we're going to do the best we can here as we get to rolling.
Looks like we're going to have a national anthem.
What we're going to do now, folks, just we're going to take a pause, stand up and do the national anthem. You will hear that live. Once again, stand by. We have the national anthem. Standing by for the national anthem, folks. Just stand by. All right, that was the national anthem here from Gosnell. Bobby, we're going to have a good one here tonight. The Gosnell Pirates and the Osceola Seminoles. Gosnell coming off a win against Manila on Tuesday night. Starting for your Osceola Seminoles will be number 2, Stephon Coleman. Also number 3, Greg Hooks Jr. Dan Newsom going to be wearing 4 tonight, number 4. Chris Littleton, number 10, and also number 22, Don Taven Littleton. So Dan will not be wearing 0 tonight. He's going to wear 4. Coach Vernon Wilson is the coach of your Osceola Seminoles.
Seminoles like to do that a lot, Michael. They switch up those numbers.
Starting at guard, it'll be a 5'10 sophomore, number 10, Travell Anderson. Also at guard, 5'9 senior, Omarion Partee. Also number 21, a 5'10 junior at guard, Braden Burcham. Also, number 5, a 5'10 junior at forward, number 5, Cooper Perry. And number 23, 6'3 senior, Jordan Lewis. And the head coach for the Gosnell Pirates is Kurt Glentborg.
This is going to prove to be a hotly contested ball game, Michael.
Going to be a good one. Jumping for Gosnell is number 23, Jordan Lewis, and Stephon Coleman for Osceola.
This place is packed full.
Ball's in the air. Gosnell's going to have the ball on the tip. That's Burcham's going to have it on the left wing. He's going to look to drive to the left. He's going to come back up and give it to Partee. Partee over to Perry. Perry's going to go inside to number 3, Omarion Partee, and that's going to give him 2 points. And Gosnell's going to have their lead.
We wanted to get the basketball on the block, and they did a good job of getting it down low. The young man did a great job of just turning and facing the bucket and scoring.
Chris Littleton back to Don Taven. Littleton trying to get it inside to Greg. Greg's going to put it up and good. 2 points on the inside. Number 3, Greg Hooks.
That's where Greg wants to live, right there in between the top of the lane and right down by the block. He does a real good job with the basketball from there.
Attempt to steal for the Seminoles. It's unsuccessful. Partee drives the lane. Shot's taken. It's up. No good. And it's going to be knocked out of bounds by Osceola, and Gosnell will retain possession.
Osceola opening in the 1-3-1 zone. And now they've matched up into man.
Ball thrown inside. Number 10, Travell Anderson, misses the layup. Seminoles have the rebound. Dan Newsom's going to take the 3-point shot. It is off the back iron. No good. And Chris Littleton has the rebound. Don Taven Littleton's going to reset it. Littleton's going to shoot the 3-pointer. It's off. No good. And the Seminoles are 0-2 for the 3-point range right now, Bobby.
And we saw Dan Newsom get hot last week, boy. Earlier in the week, he turned it on earlier against Corning. The Seminoles will need some of that tonight.
They've got a whistle down low, and it's an offensive foul for number 23, Jordan Lewis. That'll be his first, team first.
Just dropped his shoulder, turned and dropped his shoulder. Defender was set. You can't do that.
Dan Newsom's going to have the basketball. He comes across the timeline. Dribble the ball to his left. Don Taven Littleton now has it, top of the key. Dan's going to drive the lane, throws it to Greg Newsom. Newsom's going to lay it up, and there's going to be an offensive foul on Greg Hooks Jr.
Same thing there, Michael. He just turns and puts his body into the defender, and that defender's set. In high school basketball, you don't have that arc that prevents you from taking that blocking foul down low or the charge down low.
'23 is going to have it top of the key. That's Lewis. Lewis is going to give it to number 21. That's Burcham. 3-pointer's no good, and here comes the Seminoles. Stephon Coleman goes up, ball's knocked away, and Gosnell has the rebound. Like a foul there, Bobby.
They're just a little out of control, too. I think Stephon stops and shoots about a 6-foot jump shot. He's good.
Going And a foul going to the goal. That's Greg Hooks Jr. is going to get his second. Team second. Travell Anderson is going to get the shot. Shot's going to go good. We're going to get one shot for the bonus.
Greg just didn't have his feet set. He was still moving, still shuffling, and they're going to get you for that every time on the block.
Shot's up, no good. Gosnell knocks it out of bounds. And Osceola will take possession.
A.J. Harris checks into the game.
Yeah, Greg Hooks is going to have to come out.
He looks a little hobbled there, Michael. He's limping just a little bit.
4-2 is your lead. Gosnell leading by 2. Don Littleton drives the lane, puts it off the glass, no good, and we got a whistle. And got 2 referees trying to figure out which one's going to call it, and they finally called the offensive foul. And Bobby, I'm going to tell you, the defender's moving to his left.
I don't like that call there. I think that the defender was the block, and but you know and that's a push off right there. When the official sees it that way, there's not a lot you can do.
Dan Newsom's got the steal. He's going to go down the lane, laid off the glass, no good. Whistle and a foul. On number 21, that's Braden Bertram. That's going to be his first, team second. Shooting 2 is Dan Newsom. First free throw up and good. One more coming from the 6-foot senior team captain, Dan Newsom.
Both teams, I think, Michael, are still trying to feel each other out. They're still trying to settle into a rhythm and figure out what the other one's going to do.
Second free throw is good. Got a tie at 4-4. Full court press for the Seminoles. Bertram's going to bring the ball down the court. He's going to give it up to Partee. Partee over to Anderson. Anderson to Perry. Perry goes down the lane to Partee. Lays it off the glass and good. Good give and go there.
Gosnell's running a motion offense, and they're using cutters, and they're getting themselves free with that backside cut.
Newsom's going to dribble to his right. Comes back out to shoot the three-pointer. It is no good. Real short, and Gosnell's got the rebound.
Dan's going to have to be careful not to take that shot in a bad spot.
Perry's going to bring him across the timeline. Back up to Bertram, top of the key. Partee has it, top of the key. He's going to give it to Anderson. Anderson back to Perry. Perry to Lewis. And turnover. Dan Newsom has the basketball, and here he comes.
Trying to get the ball on the block. Just didn't do a good job on that pass.
Going to be a whistle and a foul on a grab. Number 5, Cooper Perry, be his first, team third. We're taking out underneath the basket. Dan Newsom has it at the top of the key. He's going to set the offense up, Bobby. Littleton's going to drive the lane. They're going to take a little short jumper for 2, and that's a good shot by Chris Littleton.
You know, those short-range jump shots like that, short to mid-range jump shots, they score points just as well as a three-pointer.
Lewis is going to go down the key. He got it blocked. He gets it right back. He puts it up no good. And Anderson gets his rebound, puts it up no good. We got a whistle and a foul. They're going to get Dan Newsom. Be his first, team fourth. At the line shooting 2 is number 10, Travell Anderson.
And Michael, you can see both of these teams are very athletic. They've got kids that can jump and run well, and you know it's going to be a hotly contested ball game.
First free throw is up and good for Anderson. And he hits the second free throw. 2-point lead for Gosnell. 3:13 left. 8-6 is your score.
Osceola wants to push the basketball.
Newsom has it top of the key. Baseline is Don Littleton. Don Taven puts it off the glass, no good. We got a whistle and a foul. Fouls on number 10, Travell Anderson. Be his first, team fourth.
It's a good job by Don Taven to drive, and he's driving the baseline, getting into the block, and getting the ball off the glass.
First free throws up by Don Taven is good. Got numerous substitutions. Numerous substitutions for Osceola. Second free throw's up, no good, but we got a whistle, lane violation. And that will turn the ball back over to Gosnell.
See Dalen Love on the floor. He played well earlier in the week.
They get the ball down the floor, Gosnell does. He's going to lay it right up the glass and good. We got a whistle and a foul. Number 10, Travell Anderson's going to get the shot. Foul's going to be on number 32. That's Bill Estelle. It'll be his first, team fifth. One shot coming from Travell Anderson. Free throws up, no good. Partey's got the rebound for Gosnell. And Osceola going to get the ball away from him. Dalen Love's going to go down the floor, laid off the glass, and good. Good job by Dalen Love there.
Pushed the basketball and got to the rim. Osceola's going to have to do some work on the boards. Gosnell's offensive rebounding is keeping them, ahead in this ball game.
Perry's got it on the left side and give it to Lewis. Lewis tries to drive. They loses the basketball, and here comes Osceola. Dalen Love to Bill Estelle. He lays it off the glass and good. Seminoles have the lead 11-10 with 2:09 left in the first quarter.
That was all started by a steal and a good pass there late by Dalen Love to give it up to Bill Estelle for the layup.
Bertram's going to dribble to his left and give it to Partey. Partey's going to dribble out. Gives it up to Anderson. Going to throw it down low to Partey. Partey's going to throw it up to Bertram. It's a three-point shot by Lewis. It's up and good. Jordan Lewis. Bobby, he can shoot that all night long. He's a good three-point shooter.
And you can see Gosnell, Bill Estelle wants to get in the act. That's an ill-advised three-point shot by Bill Estelle right there. But you can see Gosnell using the motion on offense. They're rotating the basketball and coming out to the backside, and that left Anderson open.
Look at a foul on Anthony Harris Jr. under the basket. And there's number 10, Travell Anderson, takes it to the goal, lays it off the glass and good. And Gosnell's up 4 on that swing. All right, we're back. Second period of play, finna get underway here. Osceola's going to have the basketball.
It's a fast-paced ball game, Michael. Both teams like to push the basketball. Gosnell runs more of a half-court offense. They run a lot of motion, a lot of back cuts. It's a great ball game.
Devin Brown's going to shoot the three-point shot. It's off. And Gosnell's going to have the rebound. Folks, just real quick, well, now we got a steal. Hang on just a second. And we got a whistle and a foul. They're going to get number 12 for Gosnell. That's Connor Milligan. His first, team 7th. He 1-1. Folks, just real quick, we've got a low internet signal here. I know the video may be behind. We're sorry for that. We're doing the best we can. We just do not have much of a signal here in this gym. First free throw up by Devin Brown is up, and it's no good. But we got a whistle and a foul underneath. They're going to get number 23. That's Jordan Lewis. That's his second, team 8th, and he did push.
Get him on the push off the block on the free throw.
And the Gosnell coach does not like it one bit.
And neither do the fans.
Nope. Chris Littleton's going to get the 1 and 1. It's up and good. Going to get one more.
And Michael, I'm not sure you could put another person in this gym if you wanted to.
I know. They're standing in the doorway.
Great basketball atmosphere.
Second free throw's up and no good. They're going to get Stephon Coleman. He's over the back. Be his first. Team 8th. That'll be a 1 and 1.
Everybody's just playing hard. That's a hustle foul by Stephon. He's got to control himself just a little bit better and not reach over like that. But it's hard to question what he's doing there. It is a hustle foul.
Terrell Anderson's going to get the 1 and 1. It's up, no good. Stephon Coleman has the rebound, and here he comes. Gives it to Dan Newsom on the right elbow. He gives it to Chris Littleton. He puts it up and good. Basket's going to be good. Going to get number 5. That's Cooper Perry. Be his second, team 9th.
A timeout.
Yep, White's going to call timeout. And Chris Littleton will have one coming. And Bobby just, looking at it here, again, folks, we're sorry for the poor quality that we got going on here. It's the best we can do. The internet signal here is just not that well. Gosnell did all they could do to help us with that. They let us get into their internet. But, folks, it's just they got what we will broadcast on will be in Facebook and YouTube. That's blocked on their system. So we had to go to a backup system here that we're using, and we're doing the best we can. Again, we're sorry that's happening, but just all we can do. At least we're getting to see it here.
We're going to continue on and muddle through, and I think we'll be okay. It's just going to have a little bit lower video quality and than we're used to, but we're going to continue. And
Greg Hooks. Nimmer's got it on the left elbow. Back to Don. Nimmer's going to take another three-point shot. It's off. And Gosnell's going to have the rebound.
Michael, Osceola never posted the basketball on that possession. They just threw it around the perimeter looking for the open three.
Anderson's going to bring it down the court. He's going to throw it back to Bertram. Shots up, no good. Osceola has the rebound.
Coach Wilson imploring his Seminoles to push.
Three-point shot from Chris Littleton's up and good. Tie ball game, 20-20. 5:52 left in the second quarter. Full court press for Osceola. Bertram's got it in the backcourt, and he's going to throw it away. Going to throw it away. Turnover, and Osceola's going to have the ball back, Bobby.
And you're seeing the pressure come now by Osceola. You got Stephon Coleman and Greg Hooks Jr. in the backcourt pressuring on the ball handler.
Well, you got a number of subs, too, for Gosnell due to the foul trouble.
That's correct.
Seminoles trying to live and die by that right now. We've got a couple in the game with foul trouble. Chris Littleton goes down the lane, or down the baseline, throws up a wild shot. It's no good. Sets up the full court press. Seminoles got 3 back, and Bertram's got the ball, and here he comes down the floor. Throws it inside to number 12, Milligan. He has to bring it back out and restart. And Chris Littleton has the steal, and he's gonna lay it up, no good. Stephon Coleman has the rebound. He's gonna lay it up and good.
Hustle play by Stephon Coleman. Get down the floor. The second man will get a rebound and get points just about every time.
And you see Gosnell's got their men back at the table here. They cannot afford to keep letting that let it go. Osceola's gonna have a rebound down here, and here comes Greg Hooks. And he's gonna lay it up and good. Should have been a foul. And I think Gosnell's going to call timeout. They're going to get a 30-second timeout. That's just to get their players back in the ball game.
That's a good call by the Gosnell coach there. As the ball game keeps going up and down the floor, he wasn't going to get his subs back in. And you see Osceola's pressure starting to take hold, but Gosnell didn't have a lot of trouble with it when they had their starting 5 in. So we'll see if that continues when this group gets back in the basketball game.
And that's exactly right.
But
they got to be careful. Both teams got to be careful. For Gosnell, Partey's got 2, and so does Cooper Perry's got 2, and Jordan Lewis has got 2. For Osceola, Newsom's got 2. Greg Hooks Jr.'s got 2, and Bill Estelle has got 2. So they're going to have to play. They're going to play deep right now, hoping somebody don't get another foul.
And I'll tell you, Michael, Osceola's got to find. I've said this all year. They've got to find an offensive identity. You got Stephon Coleman and Greg Hooks that can play the post. You can't live throwing the basketball.
There's a steal in the backcourt. Stephon Coleman's going to lay it up and good.
Stephon using those long arms.
Perry's got it. He's going to bring it across the timeline. He's going to give it to number 10. 10's going to take it to the lane, and he's going to lay it up and good. That's Travell Anderson, and that's what they missed.
Yep. Good drive by Anderson on the baseline.
Terrence Nimmer's got it on the left elbow.
You got Greg Hooks there at the high post. They need to post the basketball. You can see Gosnell just extends that zone out. There's a good pass.
Good pass. Good pass to Stephon Coleman, Bobby, and he lays it up good.
So you see what happens there. You get the post, you get the basketball on the high post, then you look for the cutter, and there's another near steal.
There's number 10. Travell Anderson lays it off the glass. Bobby, these referees letting them play.
They are letting them play just a little bit.
Letting them play. Lipton's going to go down the floor, try to lay it up, no good. We got a whistle and a foul. It's going to be on Gosnell on the rebound. It's going to be number 3.
Partee.
That's a Marion Partee, and that's his 3rd, team 10th.
Yeah, he backed under Stephon and didn't give him a place to come down. It's in an attempt to block him out. And Stephon's got a height advantage over him. He's going to rebound the basketball.
We just talked about them not getting their 3rd foul, and they've got one of their guys now with 3.
And we know Partee's a big part of this team.
Chris Littleton's going to have his first shot go in. Back in the ball game is Dan Newsom. Littleton's second one's up, no good. Rebound by Gosnell. Perry's got it on the far side. They're trying to double him. Here he comes. He's going to no good more.
You don't lose anything with size with A.J. Harris, but what you do lose, you lose some spring and you lose some quickness.
Second free throw's up and good for Connor Milligan. 4-point lead for Osceola. 2:05 left in the second. Devin Brown's going to take the 3-point shot. It's up, no good. And we got a whistle and a foul on number 25. That's Daniel Sullivan, be his first, team 10th. 2 shots coming.
We're going to get him on the push before the rebound. He called it on the floor.
First free throw is up and good for Anthony Harris Jr. He'll get one more. Again, both teams in a double bonus.
This right here is where Osceola could do some real damage. For these free throws, you got to make these free throws.
And the second one is up and good for Anthony Harris Jr. Full court press once again. Perry's got it in the backcourt. He gets it across the timeline. We got a whistle and a foul on the shot from Daniel Sullivan. We'll get Anthony Harris Jr. That's his second.
And they're going to get him there. Michael he just slapped with his hands. If AJ's long enough, if he just goes straight up, that causes all kinds of problems for Sullivan shooting the basketball. Instead, he kind of slaps down, and that's gonna get that foul called just about every time.
First free throw is up, no good. Stephon Coleman's going to come out. Into the ball game is number 1, Dalen Love.
I think you see Coach Wilson protecting his starters right there.
Second free throw is up, and it's no good. Anthony Harris Jr. has the rebound. And here comes Dan Newsom. Going to give it to Dalen Love. Chris Littleton. Littleton's going to throw it back out to Dan Newsom for the 3-point shot. It is no good. Osceola has the rebound. Devin Brown puts it up twice. And it's no good, and Osceola knocks it out of bounds.
Devin just got ahead of himself there. He didn't have anybody on him. He just got to put the ball in the hole.
Sullivan comes across the timeline. We got a double dribble. Double dribble. Seminoles have an opportunity to break this wide open here, Bobby.
They do. They got a 6-point lead, and they could really start to push this thing further out right here before halftime.
Seminoles trying to move the ball, trying to look for the inside man. Chris Littleton's going to take the three-point shot. It is short. It looked short whenever it left his hand. Here comes Bertram. He's going to throw it out of bounds. Turnover. Osceola have the ball back.
No need for that shot there, Michael. You got a 6-point lead. You're about a minute to halftime. You get the ball into the post.
Newsom's got the ball top of the key. He's going to go to his left. Going to throw it down to Chris Littleton. Littleton's going to put it off the glass and good. We got a whistle and a foul.
Good job there by Chris using the ball fake and the head fake, getting Travell Anderson into the air.
Going to be number 10, Travell Anderson, his second, team 10th. Second shot, the bonus shot is up and good. 3-point play for the Seminoles. Bertram's got it in the backcourt, gives it to Perry. Perry back to Bertram. Bertram's going to. Devin Brown's going to pick the foul up in the backcourt. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Gosnell High School. We are at halftime with your score Osceola 36, Gosnell 29. Looking at the stats here, Bobby. Gosnell outscored Osceola in the first quarter 16-14. Took care of the basketball, did a good job of keeping Osceola a little bit off balance, making them turn the ball over, and had some fouls and stuff. But nevertheless, 16-14 was your score at the first quarter. But in the second quarter, the fouls started to mount up both teams. Gosnell had to sub a lot, and that's the difference right now in the ball game is the starters. The starters for Gosnell having to come out and using some backups that just can't keep up with the way that the starters had.
There's a drop off there. It's clear that we've known all year that Osceola goes 10, 11 deep. Gosnell appears to only go about 8 deep. That's gonna come up big, maybe 7 deep. That's gonna come up big in the ball game over the long run.
Right. Osceola outscored Gosnell 22-10 with 14 points. Feel some air. You feel some air? Folks, it is hot in this gym. But I am feeling a breeze, and I ain't sure where it's coming from.
I think it came out of the front door opener or something.
But I can feel it. Sorry about that. Travell Anderson is the leading scorer for Gosnell with 14, and also Braden Bertram with 7. And the leading scorer for Osceola is Chris Littleton, number 10. He's got 14 points. And then behind him is Stephon Coleman with 6. But let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 players have scored for Osceola.
And that's what we're talking about when we talk about the depth issue and whether or not Gosnell, can go that deep with Osceola. And you see that you have that many players scoring. I think the other night we ended up with about 12 or 13 scoring over the course of a ball game.
Right.
So you know that Osceola can go out there and get points. They can get production from their bench.
And, Bobby, I'll tell you this. Right now the difference is foul trouble. Gosnell has 2 players with 3 fouls, and that's 2 of their best players. Mm-hmm. Osceola's got 1 with 3 fouls. That's one of our starter best players. But that's your difference in the ball game right there is in the second half, with them players already having 3, they've got to be careful not to pick that 4th one up early. Because if they do, they're going to have to sub for him, or they're going to say, well, I can live and hope he don't foul again. You'd rather have him for some than none.
That's exactly right. You'd rather have him available to you on the bench in that capacity instead of having him foul out of the ball game and be completely unavailable for the rest of the basketball game.
Folks, we got about 2 seconds left. We're getting ready to get this one rolling for the second half. Again, we want to thank our sponsors, First National Bank of Eastern Arkansas. They are the premier sponsor of the Seminole Nation on Facebook and YouTube. Also want to thank Bugmobile Pest Control, our banner sponsor. We appreciate them so much. Also, Roller Swift Funeral Home, Mr. David Tucker. We appreciate you supporting Osceola Seminole Athletics. And also Grant Barnett with Farm Bureau Insurance. They're coming back on as a sponsor. Talked to him the other day. We'll get his banner back up for Monday's game, and we appreciate our Tuesday's game. We appreciate you so much, Grant, for doing that for us and having the opportunity to bring everybody Seminole basketball.
And without these sponsors, folks, this would not be happening. And
it's still not too late. You want to get on and still want to be a sponsor? All you got to do is get in touch with us. We'll get you taken care of. All right, as we start the second half, Bertram's going to have it in the Backcourt. He's going to bring it across the timeline. Picked up by Stephon Coleman. They're wanting to look inside. Perry's got it on the far side. 23 is going to take the three-point shot. It's up, no good. And Stephon Coleman skies for the rebound.
Not a good start for Gosnell. They really need to get points on that first possession.
Dan Newsom's going to drive the lane, and he just throws it away. I think he thought Chris was going to go with him, and he didn't. But another mental mistake.
Both teams come out and make. You have a missed bucket by Gosnell, and you have an ill-advised pass from Dan Newsom.
Here comes Travell Anderson on the right wing. He's going to look to drive. Comes back out to Perry. Perry inside to Lewis. Lewis is going to drive to his right. Lays it up, no good. But we got a whistle and a foul on number 1. That's Dalen Love. That'll be his first, team first of the second half.
And I think you see Dalen Love in the basketball game right now because of Greg's foul trouble, and he's in there also to protect. Jordan Lewis does a good job with his back to the goal.
First shot up from Lewis is good, and he'll get one more. Second shot is up, no good. And Steph Littleton's got it on the left wing. He's going to throw it back up to Dan Newsom. Over to Terrence Nimmers. He'll throw it in the corner to Dalen Love. Love's going to look to drive. He comes back out. He'll throw it inside to Stephon Coleman. He's going to lay it off the glass and good.
And Michael, you can look at Gosnell's defense. They just don't expect Osceola to post the basketball. They play really loose on Stephon. There's some opportunity there.
Three-point shot by Gosnell's no good. And the rebound comes to Osceola, and here comes Chris Littleton. Chris Littleton's right down the floor, lays it up no good. Stephon Coleman puts it back up for the Seminoles.
Good job on the offensive glass there by Stephon Coleman.
Lewis is going to give it to number 10. That's Travell Anderson. Seminoles have a steal, and here they come. Dalen Love just throws it in the back, and there's a turnover back to Gosnell. And it's another steal by Dalen Love this time, and here comes Dan Newsom. And going to lay it up off the glass, and good. Dalen Love, two-point shot's good. Whistling a foul. Foul's on number 21. That's Brandon Bertram. Be his second, team first of the second half. And we've got a timeout. Timeout by Gosnell.
Coach Glentborg sees it getting away from him. He's gonna slow things down here. And this is a dangerous place for Gosnell right here. Now they're gonna have to try to stop the bleeding really quick.
And Bobby, it's hard to, looking at the team that's on the floor right now. You don't have Greg Hooks on the floor. You see these other kids, and you're thinking, man, where do these kids come from? You know, he's playing 10, 12 kids, and right now they're all playing about the same. To where, and the difference, and I'm not, the difference to when Gosnell's got to put kids in the ball game, it's not as good.
They're just not as deep. They just don't go as deep athletically as Osceola does.
Right.
And you have, you see Osceola plays a lot of sophomores. We see Don Taven. We see A.J. Harris, and we see Dalen. These kids are 10th graders, first year in varsity basketball, but they contribute and they produce.
One senior on the floor right now, one freshman, one sophomore, and two juniors. If I'm right there, let me look at Chris. No, two sophomores and one junior.
Two sophomores, yep.
Dalen Love's going to get one shot. It is up, and it goes in. Anderson's got it in the front court. It's a breakaway. He's going to lay it off the glass, no good. Love's got the rebound, and here comes the Seminoles. Here comes Dan Newsom. He's going to go down the lane, lays it off the glass, no good. Coleman's got the rebound. He puts it back up and good. And right now, the Seminoles are just clicking, Bobby.
That's hustle, Michael. That's getting back down the basketball court, being there for an offensive rebound.
Partey's got it on the left elbow. He tries to throw it inside. It's knocked away. He gets the ball back. Stephon Coleman's going to get the foul. Reach in. Be his second. Team's second of the second half.
No reason to reach there. You had him trapped. You had him trapped over on the side outside, and there was no reason to slap right there by Stephon.
Perry's going to inbound to Bertram. Bertram's going to go to his left. We'll give it to Partey. Partey's going to give it up to Anderson. Anderson to Perry. Perry's going to get to Lewis. Lewis is going to shoot a three-point shot. It's off the rim. And Newsom tries to rebound. Lewis gets the ball back. And we got a whistle and a foul. Offensive foul.
They're going to get Jordan Lewis there. Dalen. No. It was on Jordan Lewis. It was on 23. Dalen Love took the charge.
We're going to clarify that here in just a minute. Because I know we saw it, but there's not been an official.
Yeah.
Seminoles missed the shot. And here comes Gosnell. They're going to break the press across midcourt and get it inside to Lewis. Lewis is going to lay it off the glass. No good, but the rebound comes to number 10, Travell Anderson. Dan Newsom's got it top of the key. Seminoles is going to try to regroup.
Pirates desperately needed that bucket.
Again, Newsom's got it top of the key.
Osceola content to work the clock here.
Well, I think they're going to try to find the best shot they can get. Newsom's got it again, top of the key. Throws it over to Nimmers, or Chris Littleton, sorry. Littleton's going to take the two-point shot. It's no good. And the rebound comes to Gosnell. And we got a whistle and a foul.
Going to get Dalen Love on the reach.
We'll get number 10.
Get Chris Littleton.
We'll get Chris Littleton. This is first, team third. They're going to now clarify exactly what we said was going to happen.
Yep.
The charge a while ago, we didn't. He called it on one. When he come over, he said 1.
I think he was looking at the Osceola player. He was wearing number 1.
It's going to be on 23. Yeah. That's Jordan Lewis. That's his 4th, Bobby.
Yeah, that charge was on 23.
Yep, that's a big foul on Jordan Lewis. But when the referee looked at the table, we're sitting here right at the table, folks. He puts a 1 up.
He just got a little confused there.
So now Lewis has got 4. He's got to be careful. He takes it down the lane, backs him up, and does a good job. 2 points for Jordan Lewis.
Good basketball move by Jordan Lewis. Spin into the lane, get the ball in the bucket.
Littleton's got the ball and give it to Dan Newsom, top of the key. Newsom's going to drive the lane. He's going to put it off the glass, no good. Tries to tip it up himself. It's no good. I don't know how that's a foul. He calls Terrence Nimmers with a foul, but Bobby, let me tell you, Terrence just ran with him.
Well, what he's calling, the reason he's calling that foul there is because he cuts off his ability to progress, and he does it with his back to him. He doesn't do it in a defensive stance, and they're going to call that foul just about every time.
I still think you got to touch him.
Oh, he touched him. I think Bertram just sold it really well.
Man, that's tough.
Again, if Terrence keeps himself square, keeps himself facing the offensive player, he doesn't get that call.
Now we got a whistle at the table here.
Want to make sure Greg Hooks Jr. checked into the basketball game. But again, Terrence Nimmers is a freshman playing varsity basketball as a 9th grader, and that's just a youth foul.
I'll give it to Chris Littleton. Chris Littleton's going to try to put it up. It's blocked. And there's a shot. It's no good. Travell Anderson, but Partey's going to have the rebound. He lays it up good. We got a 9-point game.
The Osceola fans were wanting to push there on Travell Anderson. He did have his elbow up into the defender. I think if he had extended his arm, you probably would have got that call. Osceola content to work the clock.
We're on some clock.
Now you can see how loosely they play Stephon in the post. Michael Gosnell knows Osceola really has no desire to post the basketball.
But 23, Jordan Lewis has 4 fouls. If I'm Coach
right
Wilson, I'm going at him.
You need to go right at him. Make him defend or make him foul. I think this is
I've seen this before.
Yeah,
it's worked.
style.
It's worked sometimes, Bobby.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's bit us.
I tell you though, Michael, you've got a basketball team that's hot and they're taking control of the ball game athletically. I do not understand the concept of taking the pressure off. Why do you take your foot off the gas?
Well, like I said, I've seen it both ways. And I can remember back, we did it one time at Manila, and it got us in overtime. We ended up winning the ball game.
Yep.
But then I've seen it before, and it didn't do anything. Fans hate this kind of basketball, folks, and that's why a lot of people, they are lobbying for the shot clock in high school basketball.
That's true. And I think in the next 2 or 3 years, Michael, you're going to see that shot clock.
But I'm going to tell you something. There will be a shot clock one day. They're just trying to figure out how to finance it.
Incorporate it. That's correct.
And that's another thing that's going to have to be, you're going to have another scores table to run it. I mean,
that's an expense for a lot of schools to install that shot clock.
Yep, it is. It is, but, and me personally, Bobby, I'm not in favor of this kind of basketball. I like to play the game, but, if it works, then he's a genius. If it doesn't,
then he's not.
Then he didn't do nothing.
You're at a point in the basketball game. You got a 9-point lead, and you've got Gosnell on their heels. And what you're doing here is you're letting them stand there and rest. And Osceola goes much deeper than Gosnell. We can go 12 deep. Gosnell's only going to go 7 or 8 deep. And what you're doing is you're allowing this starting 5 for Gosnell to stand and rest and get their composure.
That's right. Wasted over 2 minutes.
Yep.
But like I said, I've seen it done more than once. There's other teams in high school basketball that do this the whole game.
I've seen it.
They will not shoot until they know they can shoot.
That's correct.
All right, 10 seconds, so we're going to have something here. I know we're just not going to stay here and let the clock run out. Or maybe they might. Chris Littleton's going to take the 3-point shot. It's way off.
And that's a win for Gosnell right there, Michael. That's a win for Gosnell. You got a 9-point lead. Put the basketball in where you can score with the basketball and go up by 11. And what do? You sit down and you take your foot off the gas and you take a shot that didn't even get close to the rim.
Well, again, if it works, he's a genius.
I agree.
And like I said, I've seen it work, and maybe it will. 45-36 is your score. 8 minutes left in this ball game. We're finna start the fourth quarter, and we got a good one here from Gosnell, folks. I hadn't mentioned this. Gosnell's 6-1 in conference. Osceola's 3-1 in conference. The only other team that's got one loss in conference is Truman, and they're 5-1 in conference. So we've got 6-1 Gosnell, 5-1 Truman, and 3-1 Osceola. And so one of these teams here tonight will go to the number 2 loss category. Manila's 5-2 in conference. Rivercrest is 5-2 in conference. Hawks is 2-5. Corning's 2-6. Walnut Ridge is 1-5, and Pickett is 0-6. And like I said, Bobby, they had a good one in this gym Tuesday night when Manila came to town. Gosnell beat Manila by 2.
That's correct.
Well, we're getting ready to start the fourth quarter. Osceola will have the possession. And let's see if they stand out here and try to waste 8 minutes.
They're going to stand there.
And has the rebound. He throws it back out to Greg Hooks. And Dan's going to come get it. Now they're going to play a little matchup man-to-man. Stephon Coleman's got it. He throws it into Greg Hooks. He lays it up no good. And Gosnell got the rebound. There was a foul there that just was not called.
That's correct. Folks, and I just saw a comment about the quality of the video.
They're going to get number 3 for Osceola. That's Greg Hooks. That's his 4th.
I saw your comment about the quality of the video, and we apologize. I replied on the comment section, but I'll just put it out for everyone here. Gosnell does have Wi-Fi in the gym, but they have Facebook and YouTube.
Chris Littleton. 2 shots coming from number 21, Braden Bertram. He has the opportunity to cut this lead to 4. Had some water on the floor they wiped up. 2 shots coming from Braden Bertram. First one's up, no good. Dontavian Littleton's going to check in for Devin Brown. One more coming from Bertram. It is good. 5-point lead for the Seminoles. And here comes Dontavian Littleton. Want to get the ball inside, they do. It's inside to Anthony Harris Jr. He's going to miss the shot. Osceola's cold. Can't get ain't made a basket. There'll be a timeout on Gosnell. Be a full timeout. 5:50 left. 45-40 is your score. Osceola leading, clinging to a 5-point lead.
You know, Michael, again, it's a situation where you've allowed Gosnell to dig back into the ball. Rowdy, again, the place is, you know, it to me, I don't understand why you take your foot off the gas in the middle of the third quarter. You had them on the ropes.
Well, my thing, you know, I can see it both ways, but my thing is Jordan Lewis had 4 fouls since the middle of the third quarter. I don't understand why we're not attacking him.
You should be attacking him. Use Stefan and Greg on the block and go right at him with the basketball. He's either going to have to defend you and foul or he's going to have to let you score. Either way, you come out on top there.
Gosnell's going to inbound the basketball. Cooper Perry.
Gosnell with an opportunity to cut the lead to 3. Or 2 with a 3-point bucket.
Bertram's going to drive to his left. looking to drive. He's going to try to throw it inside to Lewis. Lewis is going to lay it up off the glass, and we're going to foul him. No good. 2 shots coming.
And, Michael, that's an example of what you're talking about right there. You're getting the ball into your big Jordan Lewis, and you're challenging the Osceola defense to defend him. It's the same thing Osceola can do on the other end of Jordan Lewis.
First free throw's up, no good. Anthony Harris Jr. gets his 4th, team 8th. Second free throw's up, no good.
That's big for Osceola.
Gosnell will get the rebound. Ball thrown inside to number 10. That's Travell Anderson. 3-point game, folks.
Michael, that's just a good play there by Marion Partee to get himself out of trouble. Diagonal the basketball and get it where he get a good shot.
Seminoles will miss another shot right at the free throw line. We've shot about 4 shots from the free throw line. None of them went in, but I don't understand why you don't drive it to the lane and try to lay it off the glass.
You got to challenge Jordan Lewis.
Cooper Perry's got it on the far side. He's going to throw it to 21 Bertram. There's a steal by Stephon Coleman. He just needs to lay it up, and he's going to dunk the basketball. Partee's got it on the left side. I think Osceola's called timeout this time.
Yep.
I believe so. Let me find out.
We'll have an official come in.
Yep. Osceola's going to call timeout, full timeout. 47-42, 5-point lead.
That's a big bucket there by Stephon. You go in, 2-hand dunk the basketball, get the Osceola faithful up, put some fire in his team. They needed that bucket desperately.
What I don't understand, like I said, we've missed about 4 shots from right around the free throw line when all they had to do is put one time on the floor and try to go up and lay the ball off the glass.
I'm going to tell you, Gosnell's best weapon right now is Jordan Lewis.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. He's a monster on the inside. He handles the basketball well with his back to the goal. You got a chance to challenge that kid and get him out of the ball game. You got to take the basketball to him. Osceola, again, the perimeter passing. You've got Stephon Coleman, Greg Hooks, Dalen Love. Get the basketball into the post. Make him defend you. Make him defend you at the bucket.
For Gosnell, Jordan Lewis has 4 fouls. For Osceola, Greg Hooks and Anthony Harris Jr. both have 4 fouls.
Now, the difference in that is Gosnell can
Perfect. Throw to Partee. He's going to drive. He looks to drive. He's going to throw it on the far side to Cooper Perry for the 3-point shot, and it's good. Big 3-pointer for Cooper Perry.
And that was from downtown.
Yes, he shot that ball from way out.
What a basketball game. What a basketball game. And again, there's Jordan Lewis standing on the block. You got Stephon Coleman on the low post. Hey, get the basketball down there and challenge him. Challenge him. Make him defend you.
Seminoles are just trying to look for the right thing. Dan Newsom's got it at the top of the key. He's going to drive. And there he goes down the floor. He lays it off the glass and good. Basket's going to count. Let's see who the foul's on.
It's going to be Jordan Lewis.
21. Braden Bertram's going to get that one.
Oh.
Be his 3rd, team 3rd. 1 shot coming from Dan Newsom. And Bobby, what I'm trying to tell you is that can happen all the time.
He can do it. He can do it every time down the floor. And that's exactly what you want to see. You want to see Dan take the basketball, dribble drive. I think Gosnell caught a break there. I think the defender on that particular play was Lewis. Bertram's going to get the foul call, or Lewis will be on the bench. The big bucket. That's a big miss by Dan. He's got to convert that.
Bertram's got it in the backcourt over to Perry. Perry don't want the ball. He's
No,
telling
he
Bertram
says
quit throwing it to him.
Yeah, you go over. I want to shoot, is what Perry's saying. Let me get set up.
He gives it to Lewis. Lewis over to Perry. Perry's going to throw it into Partee. He's going to whistle in a foul on 22. That's Don Taven Littleton.
Yep.
Be his second, team ninth. 1-1 coming from Amarian Partee.
The Osceola faithful wanted to hook there, but what got Don Taven on that call is he had his hips out. He had his feet out in front of him. They're going to get him with the push on the body.
Amarian Partee's going to have a 1-1. First one's up, and it's no good, and that's a whistle on number 10. Travell Anderson be his third, team fourth.
And right here, Osceola needs to be smart and take a good shot. You're up by 4. You don't have to come down and throw the 3 up. You go down here and get a good bucket, get a 2-point basket. You make this at least a 2-possession basketball game. And again,
this is what he wants him to do.
Yeah.
He wants him to come out of that. He wants to drive the lane.
Yep. Greg should have went to the basket right there.
Dan Newsom's going to drive. He's going to throw it to Chris Littleton. Chris Littleton, oh my goodness.
But you see there, Michael, exactly what we've been talking about. Chris Littleton's got Jordan Lewis on him. Jordan Lewis can do nothing but stand there with his hands up. Can't defend him, and he walks with the basketball. But that's the recipe. That is the recipe. They're going to get you every time, Don Taven.
Don Taven Littleton going to pick up the foul. It's going to be his third, team 10th. 2 shots coming for number 21. That's Braden Bertram. Got a chance to cut this game to 2. First shot is up, and it is good. 3-point lead now for the Seminoles, and Gosnell is right back in this ball game, folks. Second free throw's good. We got a 2-point game. Dan Newsom's going to try to drive. He's going to go right down the floor. We got a whistle and a foul on number 10. Well, let's see if it's 10. 2 shots coming. 2 shots coming from Dan Newsom.
Gosnell faithful thought it was a good block, but I do think Anderson got him with the body there. And Dan is so quick to the basket, and he's so quick up off the floor. It's hard to defend him. He's not a tall kid. He's got good spring, good ups, but he is very hard to defend in the low post.
First shot is up. It's no good. One more coming from Dan Newsom. Missed both of them. Knocked out of bounds by Don Taven Littleton, and Gosnell's going to have the basketball with a chance to tie or take the lead.
Good hustle play by Don Taven there, trying to rebound on the offensive board.
And here comes Gosnell down the floor. Osceola's going to knock it out of bounds.
Partee trying to thread the needle there to Travell Anderson for a layup.
Going to throw it inside to Lewis. Lewis is going to have it. He throws it off the glass, no good. And Chris Littleton has the rebound. Here comes Dan Newsom.
Lewis never set his feet on that particular possession. Osceola needs a bucket right here.
Still think he's worried about getting that other foul.
I think you're right.
Chris Littleton's going to shoot the 3-point shot, and it's good. Big 3-point shot by Chris Littleton. Let's see if he ignites this defense. Bertram's going to have it. He's going to throw it to number 10. He's going to lay it off the glass and good. And that time Dan just let him go. 49-52, 3-point lead, 2 minutes left in this ball game. Greg Hooks Jr.'s got it top of the key. Now he's going to drive. Throws it back to Dan Newsom. Newsom back to Greg Hooks Jr.
Osceola's going to work the clock again.
Knocked out of bounds by Gosnell. Throws it into Dan Newsom, top of the key. He's going to give it to Don Taven Littleton. Littleton's going to try to drive. Throws it back to Dan Newsom. Had numbers, comes back out. Going to throw it into Greg Hooks. He's going to throw it to Stefan, and we got a whistle and a foul.
Going to get Perry on the floor on the grab.
That'll be his third, team 6. Still not in the bonus. Throws it out to Dan Newsom. 1:25 left in this ball game. 3-point lead for Osceola. Going to give it to Don Taven. Don Taven's going to look to drive now. Greg Hooks has got the ball now, and Osceola's trying to call a timeout. Been trying to call a timeout for 30 minutes, and finally gets the referee to give it to him.
I tell you right there too, Michael, Don Taven got away with one. And he went down on his knee and spun around to pass the basketball. Should have been a travel.
Well, yeah, but the coach wanted timeout.
He wanted
10 minutes
timeout.
before that.
I agree. I agree.
And I don't know what the referee was trying to do. I mean, it took Greg coming all the way back out here across the floor. For him to get a timeout.
They haven't been exactly responsive tonight on the timeout calls,
but I understand why you're not here, because you probably couldn't get in the door.
No, there's not many places left to sit in this gym right now.
It's a sellout.
.109 to go in the basketball game right here. Osceola needs to They're either going to try to hold the basketball or need to score a bucket right here, and they can just about salt this thing away.
Got to be smart. Got to be smart. Greg Hook's got it top of the key. He's going to drive to his right. Now he's coming back out, gives it to Dan Newsom. He's picked up by Partee. Greg got the ball. Now he drives. Going to come back out, and he's still driving.
Gosnell's going to have to foul at some point.
He's got it. Partee got him over there. He's going to give it to Dante Littleton. We got a whistle and a foul. Number 5. Cooper Perry, that's his 4th. Team 7th, and we got a 1-and-1 coming. They tried to switch the shooter.
I don't blame him.
Chris Littleton was standing up there, and that referee said, no, it was 22. He tried to switch the shooter. He's done that before, and it's worked. Nothing but net on the first free throw.
That's a sophomore, Michael, a sophomore in a hostile environment, knocking down a huge free throw.
He will also be your future quarterback next 2 years. Look at that. Ice water, Bobby, ice water. 5-point lead. And we've got a break out. Number 10 is going to take it down the floor. Lays it up no good. And I think they're going to say Osceola knocked it out of bounds, and Gosnell will have the basketball.
Yep.
Or it may be a tie. No, it's a tie. They're going to change the possession here, so it had to be a tie.
Call a jump ball and change possession to Osceola.
They're going to look for the probably the lob here. 44 seconds left. Osceola up by 5. They're going to get it into Partee. Partee back out to Bertram. Bertram's going to look to Perry. Perry's going to drive, throws it into Partee. Partee's going to throw it up, no good. Osceola's got the rebound, and that man can't foul. He'll be out of the ball game. So here comes Chris Littleton, and 21's going to foul. About knocked him down. That's 4 on him. Team 8th, and they've got 4 starters with 4 fouls.
And Chris Littleton can just about salt the basketball game away right here with these 2 free throws.
1-and-1 coming here. First one is up, and it's no good. Stephon Coleman has the rebound. He gets the rebound about 7 times, and they're going to bring it back out now. Dan Newsom's got it in the corner, and it's going to be number 3, Partee. Is going to get the foul. That's his 4th. Team 9th. So now all 5 starters have 4 fouls.
And we're going to have a sub in, 2 foul.
2. That's exactly what's going to happen.
That is called your designated fouler.
One and one coming here from Dan Newsom. And one more, and it's good. 7-point lead for the Seminoles. 17 seconds left. I'm not fouling.
No, you can't foul here.
Perry's going to shoot the 3-point shot. It's way off. Bursham's going to shoot it. It's way off. And Osceola's going to hold the ball in the backcourt. And Osceola's going to get this win tonight. 56-49. Big win for the Osceola Seminoles here in Gosnell. Folks, stand by just a second. We'll have the post game with Coach Wilson here in just a second. All right, we are joined here at the on the court by head basketball coach Vernon Wilson. And coach, 56-49, a lot closer than that there, coming close to the end of the game, but a hard-fought win for your Seminoles tonight.
Man, they showed me something tonight. Just never gave up. Game got tight, and they just kept grinding. And Chris Littleton was huge, man. I mean, that three-corner three was it.
Yes, sir.
And they just kept fighting. The fouls were a little lopsided, but we kept fighting. Didn't get rattled. Just played.
Folks, I know a lot of people will ask, Coach, so I'll just ask you. In the third quarter, held the ball for over 2 minutes to finish the quarter. A lot of people say, well, that's stall basketball, get you out of your rhythm. We kind of understand why you do it, but just explain a little bit about sometimes why you'll want to stall with the basketball.
Yeah, well, I looked at our foul situation. We had Greg Hooks with 3, and I said, well, we might as well hold this 7-point lead, whatever we had, and go into the fourth so we can have him in the fourth.
Sure.
You keep playing, he picks up that fourth, that hurts us, and we need him in the ball game. So we was thinking about all that, me and the coaches. I said, well, let's go into this fourth with the lead, man, and see what happens.
Yes, sir. I agree with that 100%. Coach, another thing that we saw and we talked a lot about on the live broadcast tonight, you're very deep. You can go 10, you can go 12, however many you want to go, and that helps you when it comes to the style of basketball you play. You saw what hurt Gosnell here tonight. They weren't deep. Mm-mm. At the end of the ball game, all 5 starters had 4 fouls.
Yes, sir.
Every one of them.
Yes, sir.
So that told you kind of the difference in the ball game was deepness.
Yes, sir.
Looking at the stats here tonight, Chris Littleton going to lead you with 17. Mm-hmm. Stephon Coleman had 14. He was
huge. Rebounding, man, defense. Oh, he was just a monster, man.
Yes, sir. Huge inside. But you look at it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different players score for you tonight.
That's what we want.
That's the difference in the ball game. Coach, you've had a good stretch going. It seems like the Seminoles starting to get their legs under them, starting to get their basketball mind. Put you in the first place tie right now. 1 loss. Only 2 teams now with 1 loss is you and Truman.
Yes, sir.
Got a big week next week. Got to go to Hoxie on Monday.
Yes, sir.
So we look forward to that. We appreciate you joining us every night after the ball game, and we look forward to seeing you in Hoxie on Monday.
Thank y'all for having us.
Yes.
I hope this crowd follows and on the next one. It was great.
I think they will.
All
right, Coach. Thank you so much. That's Coach Vernon Wilson. He so thankful for him to be able to come out and see us after the ball game. Bobby, before we get off here, I just want to say, folks, I know that we had some trouble with the live feed tonight. We just did not have the internet signal. Nothing against Gosnell. They tried to help us as much as they could.
They did.
They did give us some internet that we
the best quality. So what we'll do is we'll go ahead and get it over with. Thank y'all so much for joining us here from